and our study of the Quran with our friends in Egypt and parts of the Middle East, I was astounded to find that a chapter in the Quran is dedicated to Younas. Younas has an entire chapter. There's, for those that don't know, there are 114 chapters or surahs of the Quran. The entire book is in 114 books, should we say. One of the surahs, one of the chapters, is dedicated to Younas, one of the biblical prophets. See, what conventional people don't tell you is 80%, estimated 80% of the prophets in the Quran are biblical prophets. But since their name is in Arabic, you may not recognize it. So I want to share with you who Younas is and why he's in the Quran. There's a chapter dedicated to Younas in the Quran. Meanwhile, check your Quran, Muslim readers. There is not a single reference to Younas at all in the chapter of Younas in the Quran. I found this astounding. The man named Younas, which Bible followers, you will know him as Jonah. Jonah is in the Quran. Jonah or Younas, same man. One's just an Arabic nickname for Jonah, which is not even a Hebrew name, but Jonah and Younas are the same. But the chapter of the Quran has nothing to do with Younas or Jonah whatsoever. So I ask my Muslim readers, and I'll hesitate a second, what does Younas have to do with anything? He's listed as one of the prophets. He's listed as a prophet in the Quran. What's the significance? I implore you to turn to another verse in the Quran where it refers to Younas the prophet spending 3 days in a fish belly. Younas is Jonah. Meanwhile, the reference of Jonah in the Quran is made outside the chapter dedicated to Younas. I ask Muslim readers to tell me why the prophet was in the belly of the fish. And the Quran does not explain it. It does not reference it. All the Quran says is that the prophet was swallowed by a fish and kept there for 3 days. The answer for our Muslim readers is to turn to the Bible. The Bible has a chapter, an entire book. One of the 66 books of the Bible is dedicated to your prophet Younas, which is called Jonah. Read the story of Jonah in the Bible, but in order to understand your Quranic prophet, you have to go to the Bible. There's no other source. You have created secondary sources, but the Quran clearly refers to Jonah in the fish belly. We'll give you the reference, but I'm telling you, get a Bible, get a Coptic Bible, it's in Arabic, and read the story of Jonah. So I encourage people to comment on the videos now, and I leave all comments up. I leave them all posted because people have a right to be heard. I hope that people will at least watch 2 or 3 videos so they get really good comments